the world that we live in today, there's just so much extra pressure brought on by our kids' ability to engage with others through technology, whether that's technology using for school, whether that's the internet, whether that's social media. Um, there's a lot more exposure to really just things in the world, as well as pressure attached to that for our kids and teens today that didn't exist for me when I grew up. And with that adds a lot more stress and anxiety because these kids don't have the ability um, to unplug from it all. And so they're constantly have their wheels spinning. They constantly have that comparison to others. They constantly have that need or desire for connection. And that also means they don't necessarily know what true connection looks like because they're doing it through cell phones. We've seen generations where emotions were not talked about, were not accepted, were not expressed. And I think my generation is very much trying to change that in the way that we parent, where we want our kids to feel safe to express their emotions and that there isn't good or bad emotions. They're all okay. It's how we express them. And so my hope is that in working with parents and kids, we find a way for both the parent to like maybe potentially heal from some of the experiences they had growing up of how to handle emotions, how to walk with emotions, how to talk about emotions, so that they themselves can find a way to do that, as well as their child, like creating a space where it's okay for their kids to do the same. So, what therapy can help with in that is really just slowing it down, right? Providing a safe place to process those things that I know, especially for older kids and teens, like sometimes there's things they don't really want to talk to their parents about, right? And so they want somewhere that they can talk to that is safe, that's not judgmental, that's going to just hear them and be for them and rooting for them, has their best interest in mind and understands maybe their motives as they're trying to figure things out and is going to cheer them on. I think so often when I work with teens, I have to remind them, like, hey, you're a teenager. It's okay to mess up. Like, that's part of growing up. Um, and I think sometimes they just need to hear that reminder from someone that's maybe not their parent. We've all grown up and know that it's way easier to listen to people who aren't our parents. And so I want to walk alongside kids and parents through kind of that adolescent period where it's challenging and we have lots of questions and pressures from the world around us.